elbow is battered and bloody, his left hand surgically repaired a week ago to the day. He leads his team in rushing, puts the squad on his back. The defense turns over the Eagles in the end, and it is a victory for a now 9-4 Los Angeles Charger team. Welcome, Scott Van Pelt with you. Try to put in context what we just saw, some of the highlights of how this game comes to the end. Long third down conversion. Now it's 4th and 4. Gotta have it, and this is Adafa Owe on 4th and 4. He jumps. Of course, the Chargers point and say it's a false start, but it's not. They're responding to him encroaching. That 5 yards gives the Eagles a first down. A couple of tosses to Goddard, and now it's Hurts, and he's looking towards the end zone, looking for Dotson. It's tipped. Hart gets a hand. Be leading the troops in that war cry after this hard-fought overtime victory. It's the Chargers by 3 over the Eagles. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman were on the call tonight, and Joe, you called football for so many years. I don't know if you've seen a game quite like this one that ends quite like this one. How do you make sense of just how this Charger team gutted out this victory?
Yeah, they just did enough to get it done, and that's kind of, Troy talked about it with regard to Jesse Minter's defense. They play that shell, they let you get some yards, but then they clamp down, and they were, all around the football all night. It's a 4-interception night for Jalen Hurts. He had 2 interceptions all year coming into this game. Could have had 5. He turned the ball over 5 times. And I think it's easy for, us to point the finger at Jalen Hurts, but I think the credit is really going to the got the win, and they come out of here 9-4.
Troy, you mentioned a number of times on the broadcast, and I want to dig a little deeper. You mentioned about how the timing just felt off for Philadelphia's offense. Was that something that showed itself on that last play? And I'm just curious, how is, to your eyes, are you seeing them off time-wise?
Well, it's been off all year. The timing within the passing game, it hasn't been as crisp, obviously, as what you'd like. They need to get, we talk about how much they've struggled running the football, although Saquon Barkley had a big night tonight. But overall, on the year, they haven't run the ball particularly well. But you've got to throw the ball better than what the Eagles have this year. Now, last year, they weren't a great passing team either as far as yards, but they were getting what they needed to out of the run game. So when that's struggling a little bit, but on the last throw, no, that had nothing to do with timing as much as it was just
a great
Jalen Hurts trying to fit a ball into a really tight window, and Cam Hart making a big play. And that's why I talked about it just a few moments before that snap, that, as a quarterback, when you're in field goal range with an opportunity to kick the field goal and keep the overtime going, you've got to be real protective of the football. But that's the ledge that all quarterbacks live on when you're trying to make a play and also trying to be conservative. It's a fine line, and this one got to Jalen Hurts.
And the Chargers get a significant victory. They're scheduled down the stretch. Pretty much all contenders will be in Pittsburgh next week with a couple of teams that are in a very crowded AFC field. There might not be a singular great team, but, man, there are a lot of really good ones. Look forward to being with you guys in Pittsburgh. Travel well.
Safe travel,
being
Scott.
with you there. Yep, you as well.
Yeah, buddy.
Joe
See you
Buck,
soon.
Troy Aikman. Best booth in football on the call tonight as they get the victory and move to 9-4. I mentioned that schedule. Really not an easy game on it for the Chargers as they go to Kansas City, then Dallas, then on the road against Denver. Their one remaining home game here is against that red-hot Houston team and arguably the most rugged defense in the league. The Eagles do have a couple of opportunities against a banged-up and frankly beaten Washington team at the moment. Those are 2 of their final remaining games with a game against 2-win Vegas. So there's a chance for them to get right as they try to dig in their heels and grab a playoff berth. Omari and Hampton back on the field and going to be side by side with me in just a minute. Comes on, I'll ask him about this hard-fought victory, about what his quarterback showed, about that amazing defense. Turned over the Eagles a bunch. Omari and Hampton, our guests from Sports Center. Also the big fellas here. You know the drill. Sit tight. Stadium here in Inglewood, Los Angeles area, where the Chargers are 3-point victors in overtime. Tie it late, kick the field goal, then get the pick to win it. And Omari and Hampton is alongside. You've been very patient to sit and wait while we were doing what we do before the show begins. Thank you for joining me. I just would ask you to describe. I just talked to Joe and Troy, who've been calling football for decades since you've been born. Yeah. Describe this insane game. You're playing in it. What are the emotions like as this game goes back and forth and then ends up in the right way for you guys?
I mean, it's just an amazing game just to be a part of, just be out there with the guys. I mean, defense has been amazing all games, so I'm just glad at them for just coming in touch with us. Really.
I mean, when you guys have to, okay, you get your 3, and then you just got to sit back and wait. And it's been a crazy game, and they've turned it over a bunch because your defense has just been hawking the ball all night long. Yeah. But as Philly gets, inside the 20 and a touchdown beats you, and you guys can't do anything but watch, what's that like?
Yeah, I mean, that's what Philly does. They find a way to win games. So, I mean, our defense did a great job just finding a way to come out with it. I appreciate them so much to be a part of that.
I was asking you off the air about your quarterback, and I mean, the man had surgery a week ago today. Now I get it; it's not his, it's not his throwing hand, but the man had surgery. His arm's all bloody; they can't make it stop bleeding. He's the leading rusher out there, getting blasted all night long. What kind of a leader and what kind of a message does it send when he's the guy out there saying, "Follow me, fellas"?
Yeah, he's definitely a different breed. He's definitely one of the better quarterbacks I've been around. Just him being a leader overall as a player, and just he's always there for us, anything we need. And then just for him to come out here and his toughness all around is just amazing.
It's interesting because Omarion, like, he's a quiet-ish guy, right? When he was at Oregon back in the day, and the question was, is this guy going to be a leader? And that seems stupid in retrospect because clearly he is. Yeah. But who's the guy that you are around week in and week out that we're not privy to seeing, that that's who he is? How different, I guess, is what I'm asking, is he from maybe what the outside world will see because he's so soft-spoken?
Yeah, I mean, he shows it all the time, 24/7. I mean, whether we're lifting or not, he's always just talking to us, making sure we just good, really, just talking about, like, even on the field, off the field, too. So, I mean, he's always with us.
For you to be able to get healthy and to be out here contributing, and we heard about you from, the beginning of camp, like, this is a guy that's got a chance, and we've seen that. To have to sit out for a bit and get right, and then now be back out there contributing, how much of a joyride is this to be back out in uniform and being able to contribute like this?
Yeah, it feels amazing just to be out back with the guys, just to help the team out a little bit. So, I mean, it feels amazing. I can't ask for nothing better, really.
You guys are in the middle of this really, really crowded playoff picture. And obviously you've got guys that have been through this. Your coach is a different sort of a cat. Yeah. What's it like for your group to see the path in front of you and understand what you need to do? Because the schedule's pretty rugged coming up, but you have the path right in front of you. What's kind of the message within the group?
Yeah, I mean, just attack it, really. Just everybody knows the goal that we want. We want the Super Bowl, so we're just going to attack every game one by one.
And the confidence that lives in a group after winning like this, right? I mean, this is a coin flip game, and it lands the right way for the Chargers. Does it change at all the way the group feels about itself? I mean, this is a big one to get. These are the world champs, and to win it this way, like a true heavyweight brawl, where it feels like a Rocky fight. To win one like this, does it magnify the belief?
Yeah, we just know these are the tough games we got to win, especially with a good team like Philly. I feel like just going out there getting the win is just really big for us.
Has Coach Harbaugh already done the who's got it better than us part? Like, are you going to miss that because you're sitting out here with me? Or, like, when does that happen?
No, he already did it. I was in there with him.
And is that an every single day thing, or is it only after you win? Like, when do you get to hear that war cry from him? Is that every day?
It's after we win.
Just victories?
Victories.
Like, when you see that from the outside looking in, like, he's just such a different kind of guy. What's it been like to play for him?
Yeah, it's been amazing. I mean, he's always been there for me. He's always been just the way he goes about himself. He's always just with the team, involved in practice and everything like that. I feel like it's just...
Well, he wants to run the football, and that's what you do. So It's kind of a marriage made in heaven. Stay healthy. I appreciate you taking a minute to visit with us. Congratulations on an insane victory, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Absolutely. Omarion Hampton, 56 rush yards, scored a touchdown on the first drive.